Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Hunger Games. This is the final part of the Mockingjay, the end of this series. Though new movie is coming out, but we'll get to that eventually. But for now, we've got the second part of Mockingjay, fresh off of Katniss being attacked, and the whole speech um, by Coin, and now we've got Katniss healing, making a plan. You see Coin making a plan for how they're going to attack the Capitol. How are they going to get this done? And Katniss, getting healed, getting better, wants to be a part of it, but no, she's a figurehead. She needs to be on the sidelines, rallying the troops, but she wants to be right there in the thick of it. So, she hatches a plan to make sure that she's in the thick of it. All types of heck breaks loose. And, it's just a crazy ride from there all the way to a very, very interesting end. But you know what? I'm not going to spoil too much of it before we actually get into it. So let's start the show.
For the first time in our lifetimes, we're standing together with 13 districts.
Tonight, turn your weapons to the Capitol. Turn your weapons to snow.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 76th Hunger Games.
Welcome to the Hunger Games, indeed. And I can't do this alone. It's not in my contract. So tonight with me, I've got Mike Knox. Welcome. And of course, Vic down there as well. Gents, let's get into this. The final act of Mockingjay. Now, this, as I've said before, I read the books. And in the books, this part is extremely wild too. A lot more graphic than the movie gives it credit for. Not that the movie, holds back or pulls any punches, but it's a lot more graphic in the actual book. But I think the movie still does it justice. As I said before, Katniss wants to be on the front line. She doesn't feel comfortable just being in the back because she needs to put an arrow between the eyes of Snow. Right there.
It's cool though. It's cool because look, the movie starts right with her having the neck brace, and you know what I mean. And it just brings you right back to the first movie where he tried to choke her ass out, and it makes you see. It makes you try to figure out, because I've never seen this, right? So I was thinking they were gonna do some kind of surgery to take some kind of chip out of his head. That's the first thing that came into my mind. You know what I mean? They did something to his brain to make him, automatically triggered to just want to kill her. And then later on in the movie, they even strapped him up like he's supposed to be in the bubble room. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like he was like one of those people. So they strapped him up just so that he could be around her. And then there were times where he was calm, And then when she got shot, he was just like, "Oh, when you got shot, memories came back." And I'm just like, what?
This guy was the same character, mind effed or not. He was a sucker. He was a fraidy cat. He was the cowardly lion without really having courage, like the lion really had. Okay, that's who Peter was. I was embarrassed by him. Oh God! And she fell for this. Like you're thinking when you're watching, we just did Simp Month, right? This should have been inside the Simp Month.
It really should have.
Because this guy was he lost it all for her and got the girl. The big guy.
That's the caveat, though. He did get the girl.
He got the girl.
So that's the difference.
So did Steve Urkel.
Yeah, he had two girls because Myra was like that. And Myra was higher than Laura.
I would have gone with Myra if I was.
Yeah.
but that's
Oh, you like my Steven?
You know what I'm saying? Myra, it was Myra all day. You heard? She could do experiments. You heard? Anyway, anyway, back to this movie.
So this was great. Throughout the entire thing, as you see the brutality that the game makers can do when they throw these pods out there. Because now it's like, oh, there's a whole new field. And, I think I forgot what his name is, but the Aquaman, well, not Aquaman, but the guy with the spear.
I get you talking about Frick.
Finnick.
Well, their names are weird. Finnick.
Finnick. He's talking about, welcome to the 7600 game, because now they've got these pods, like little death traps, just scattered all around the city on their path to try to get to the capital. And I mean, you see them, they've got like the Gatling guns coming out of the walls, and in the book, my favorite, it's cruel, but my favorite was the one with the oil. That one, the way they described it in the book was exactly
how it was in the movie.
In the movie. And it was me thinking about it when I first read it. I was like, whoa, that is vicious. And then seeing it, I was like, oh, I know what's about to happen. And when they're running from it and Peter loses his mind, pushes the guy like, oh, no. You go in. Like he tries to go after Katniss to take him on. He's like, oh, you trying to stop me? You going in instead. And then he just gets strung up and it's like, yeah, that's not the way you want to go.
It reminded me of? I'm sitting watching this, right? And as a moviegoer, I always think about the great line that Tyrese to me said in Transformers. Why do you always got the good shit? So as I'm watching this movie, I'm sitting there saying, how does the rebellion beat the Capitol? Because the Capitol had all the good shit. You got this oil. You got these damn Z is what World of Z zombies all over the place. You got these damn hot lamps that's coming down and smashing people. How the hell did they get here? And my problem with this movie, not saying thumbs up or thumbs down yet, it's just one thing that got me was how can you have all four movies take 40 to 45 to 50 minutes to get into the movie before any action ever happens in these movies? Like I'm watching, like, okay, I get it, I understand, I'm here for the story, but at this point, I'm in like part 4 of this movie, right? I get it's Mockingjay part 2 we're reviewing, but it's part 4, right? And I'm sitting there saying another 50-minute interlude before they get into some action.
It is a lot of buildup.
But when they got into the action, it was very, very good.
It hits.
I'm surprised by that from this one, to be honest with you, because I expected it to be like Endgame, where it was just gonna go right into it.
So did I.
I really did. I totally agree with that because that's what I expected. Maybe I was wrong to expect that after the fact, but
we're moviegoers. We expect. Blame it on X2. X2 made the blueprint on how to make a movie. You start with action, and from there, then you chill us out.
Oh, you know what though? But like, the other thing with this is that it's really, it reminds me of a lot of like John Wick and Harry Potter and things like that, because those movies also sometimes it's not necessarily John Wick.
I'm gonna say you had me. You said John, because John Wick literally has a 50-page booklet of the movie. There is no talking. All they do is shoot each other.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is just where you have this certain level of continuity, right? So now the thing is, one thing that I notice about this is that like it's like reality TV because they just keep adding on the drama.
Hey,
like, it's just
don't make fun of reality TV.
Full of drama. I mean, listen, bro. Let me tell you something. The Bad Girls Club.
I stopped watching after season 4. I couldn't take it no more.
You know what I'm saying?
I take it no more. My God.
But that's the thing. That's what sells. You heard?
Yeah.
You feel me? So like, and this was definitely around that time. Therefore, I mean, like, it's just chock full of drama and then a lot of fighting. So it's a good time. It's definitely a good ride. And then at the same time, like, listen, when you have books, you have people that read books. And then you have people that watch the movie after reading the book. You have to cater to those people. It's mandatory. If Harry Potter, the Harry Potter people, you know what I mean? They're all like that. The people that are reading these books, they're going to be like that. The people that read Twilight, they're like that. The people that read anything that was a book first and then became a movie, you have to cater to them. That's the main thing, in my opinion, right? Mm-hmm. So now we have one of those people here, and he says that this is hitting a lot of points.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, he read the book.
It goes into when you do have a book, you know, there's going to be a lot of storytelling in there because, you know, it's a book. You know, there can definitely be some action, and there definitely was action in all of the same parts, but there was a lot of build up as well because it wanted you to get and I think it did a good job of showing you the person that Coin really was. You know, so when you got to, you know, the last part, and again, because I read the book, I knew it was coming.
Trifling hooker. I never trusted her anyway.
It was still heart-wrenching when they get to the palace and they're like, okay, we're going to let people in, but the kids got to be first.
Oh.
And then you see all of the, you know, what is usually signified as, care packages coming down. And it's like, oh, the Capitol loves us. They're giving us some stuff,
some food
to help us wait. And then as soon as they reach for it, kaboom.
Yeah, that was vicious.
And then the, medics come in, try to help people. And then there's a second kaboom. And there goes Prim.
At least he was on fire that time.
In the book, they described that as well. And it was heart-wrenching because you did not see that coming. And it was like, wow, they really did that. And they really did it there too. And I mean, it was rough. But when you see that, and then you get to, but they're
going to do that though. It's a movie versus a book. Yeah. Like no book will ever be. No movie will ever be exactly like the book. You have to, as a moviegoer, as an intelligent movie fan, you should know that. But
they're going to hit the main parts.
The main parts.
Make sure that translates to the movie. And that part right there, I was like, man, it was rough. I don't have any kids, so I'm sure as people that have kids might have hit a little bit rougher. But
I don't know about Vic. I got 4, right? And I don't mean that part, but I don't know about Vic, but about as far as the scene is concerned. I really, like I said, I thought in Mockingjay 1, I didn't trust her. And as this movie went along, it was that line that she said with may he rest in peace, Seymour Hoffman. And he said, whether she dies or not, we did she did what I needed her to do. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay, she's no different than Snow. And you remember me saying, I think last one episode, I said, I would be surprised if her and Snow were together because he got the baby and she's here. I thought that was really going to end up being her husband. I didn't read the books. This is my first time ever watching these films. My wife had been a fan of these. I refused to have watched them. So this is all new for me. So I'm like, oh, they got to be together. That's why she's president. He's president. This, that, and other. Shout out to Rock, though, who ends up being the president. If you watch BMF on Stars, 50 Cent's mother that's the woman who was the new president over there in the movie. Because I watch too much damn TV. Let's take a break.
Oh, Lord, I see Rock.
You see Rock? That was Rock. That was Rock, right?
I'm confident I see Rock. I was like, look at you. Powerful speeches. No wonder we're looking for you.
Continue our movies from 2018 and our next franchise, y'all. We just got to finish up with this our ending of Hunger Games, but our next franchise, look out for it.
Hello, Dr. Gordon. I want to play a game. Sick bastard. Yes, I'm sick, officer.
There's a way out of here. There's a way out.
I'm sick of it all.
We're out of time.
Live or die. Make your choice.
Jaeger pilots, do you understand?
One way to find out.
That's what I'm talking about!
We are back. That is our new franchise. It's Saw. I've only seen like the first 3, so I'm curious to go a little bit further and maybe even examine a little bit more. And then we're continuing our best movies of 2018. First up was The Incredibles 2. Got some good numbers for you guys to go watch that. And then this Thursday, Pacific Rim 2. But executive consultant picked that. We all know he sucks at picking movies. So, final thoughts, best parts, thumbs up, thumbs down. Next, Doctor.
You know, I gotta say the conversation. My favorite part was probably the conversation that Katniss and Snow had after it was all said and done in the greenhouse. You know, he said to her, "Listen,
I don't lie.
I told you that I don't lie.
I don't lie."
And he said, "I'm not above killing kids," looking dead in her face. But this was not me because this was wasteful.
Yeah, it was wasteful.
I'm efficient. When he killed that game maker, he put him in a room with the berries and said, "Here, kill yourself." You know, he was efficient. So you knew that he was sincere. You know, it's like that scene in The Dark Knight when the Joker is with Harvey. He's like, you know, this wasn't personal. You know, I just do this. This is who I am. So you could believe when he was saying that was a wonderful performance. You could believe when he was saying, "Listen, this wasn't me." It was a great move, though. I wish I had seen it. I applaud it, but it wasn't me. So I thought that was a really good scene. So, I mean, again, I love the books. I love the movies. This whole series is definitely a thumbs up for me.
Thumbs up for you. Now, listen, what you said, that was my favorite part too. And I can't lie. It was like, if you're going to get into this series, if they're going to take 50 minutes before they get into the action, which is very good when they get into it, and how devious people are. But what he said when he just looked at her, and I don't know if he got awards for this movie. I don't recall. And I think the father Sutherland, so I like to call him, has played in so many movies since I've been a child. This is one of his best performances to me, playing President Snow. He was just vicious, but like you just said, I just want to piggyback off that. He looked her right in her face and said, "I don't lie." Great move. I wish I saw it coming. I kill a kid. I don't care, but I can do this. Just so you know. And at that moment, you said when they went out there for the execution, I said, "Yo, she got to kill that bitch." Yes. and I'm watching with my wife, and she's seen it multiple times, but she's up here playing the role to mouth. You know she don't miss, right? I'm like, "Yeah, I know she don't miss." She pulled that jaw back, pulled it up, boom. And Seymour Hoffman's character, the game, what was his character, like the gamer or whatever? He knew it was coming. He knew it was coming. He saw it coming. It's like, yeah, you did it. You did exactly what I thought you would do, because they both got to die. And then Snow didn't get away. The people was like,
"Oh yeah, the people mobbed him."
He got ate like a zombie from The Walking Dead. They went in his ass like a gerbil. No Jerry Pinacoli. I love this movie, the series rather. But I gotta be honest, we're grading movies 1, 2, 3, and 4. Executive consultant said in part 1, he wanted to see the reaction of how I felt from watching part 2. I was disappointed. I do have to say that I thought the ending, the finish, I had so much expectations after watching the first 2 movies where I'm sitting there really standing up and clapping, that when I got to this, and again, this is my personal opinion because it was my expectations of the movie. I would say, what can let a person down in the movie theater? Their expectations, right? Mm-hmm. My expectations was so high for this ending, for this climax, I didn't like the ending at all. Yeah, I'm glad Snow got it. I knew she had to get it. But just how it got me there, I didn't like the direction of it. So I will say this much. First 3 movies, all thumbs up for me. The 4th one, I got to give it a thumbs down. Speaking about this movie, this only, I had it up there watching it even halfway through. Because again, 50 minutes every time it happens. Could this be one of the best trilogies of all time? I'm not a fan at all of, what's the one, not Harry Potter? Lords of the Rings. I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy, but I thought the Lord of the Rings King, that final was the greatest ending of any trilogy I've ever seen. And I hope this would equal that, and it didn't, and it let me down. I'm mad Peter got the girl in the end. She had 2 kids. Damn it. Thumbs down for me. I hate it. Series, thumbs up. This movie, this final movie, thumbs down. I had too many expectations, and I just didn't like it.
I can respect that. I can
Vic
respect
Damone
that.
Jr.
Vic, what you got?
Well, all right. This movie came out around the time where Occupy Wall Street was running the streets. So it's very symbolic of we are the 99%. That's and I feel like there was parts of that came into this. Not directly, but as at least because the thing is that the books were written first, and then but I have a feeling that there's a lot of stuff that goes down in the real world that inspired this. And
Absolutely.
And with that, a lot of the stuff was relatable.
Absolutely.
Because you see how like people are pawns, and then you have these people that are like people like Snow that are very much King Joffrey. But then, yes. So now the thing is that at the same time you have people that all of a sudden are shoved into positions of leadership just because they speak out, which is very much the symbolism of this movie, because she was the one person that was willing to question things, to stand against, to say, you know what I mean? So now
I loved her. I loved her character.
The thing about that is just that it's symbolic of sometimes there's a lot of people that just need to follow somebody who's ballsy enough. And this thing really, really symbolized that really, really well. And it was a great ride. You know what I mean? I just oversimplified it. I know this, but it was a really, really good time. And for the symbolism of it all and just the story and everything. I mean, like all the movies dragged out in the beginning, but the thing is, like I said before, book people like details. You need a lot of details.
They will complain.
So the thing is just that, like, you could say that there's a niche market, but I think that they hit everything pretty well. Because the market of people that are just going to be bored for the first 40 minutes, I think that's a lot less than the market of people that like are excited to see what's going to happen because they read it in the book and it's going to be awesome. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. Thumbs up. Sorry, I rambled.
Oh no, I knew it was coming. I didn't want to I knew it was gonna be a thumbs up. I know who's picking who's commenting. I gotta pick Sparse Space Troopers on purpose to see why you get a thumbs down for that movie. Because damn it, you're wrong, Craig. You're wrong.
Yeah, I gotta be in on that one too because I gotta understand. But before we
understand, it's just killing a bunch of big ass bugs for what?
But
because it's alien.
You talk about alien commentary. That movie has a lot of social commentary.
All right, and you know what? I'm about to go to the project and start a TikTok of people killing roaches and see how much that pops off because this.
That might be the greatest TikTok of all time.
Commentary that's gonna go viral. I'm telling you.
I agree with you. Damn, you see the way he stumped that roach? Yo, that brother got a hell of a stump. What's your final thoughts next, Doctor?
I just want to give a shout out to Effie. Her character, as soon as they got back to the Capitol, she was on her clothes game. She was on her outfit game. As soon as she got back to the Capitol, she was hit. I was like, you can't hold her down.
Nah.
When they started the rebellion, she was like a little drab. But as soon as they got
I like you like this.
She was like, oh, yeah, I'm back. I'm back, baby.
I'm back, baby.
So I do got to give a shout out today. Talk about continuity. That was continuity. As soon as she got access to clothes, she said, oh, yeah, it's on and popping. I'm going to look good. Regardless of the situation, I'm going to look good.
Well, make sure you guys come back here in 48 hours. We have a triple header on this network on Unpop Review Entertainment as we go back with a back-to-back episode of CBS's The Challenge USA 2, as well as go into our first, our part 2 of our movies from 2018, Executive Consultants pick Pacific Rim 2. And also, just in this quiet note for me, celebrating 50 years of hip hop, want to say rest in peace to the one great Magoo from Timberland and Magoo. I just thought that, at the age of 50 years old, myself just turning 48 and having a severe surgery, life is short, man. And I just hope everybody lives their life to the fullest. And what you do is you do thank God, you thank horror, you thank ISIS, whoever it is, you leave and thank them, because tomorrow's not promised you. So let's make the day what it is. With that being said, that's the next doctor. That's Vic Damone Jr. On Par Review t-shirts coming back out soon. So get your money ready. And we out of here, y'all. Peace. That's how you do it, right? Just say peace.
For the first time in our lifetimes, we're standing together with 13 districts.
Tonight, turn your weapons to the Capitol. Turn your weapons to snow.